All right, next up we got the Tale of the Full Moon. This involves some pet detectives, and I looked to make sure. This actually came out a year before Ace Ventura, so this wasn't, piggybacking the success of that and being like, well, now there's a pet detective out there that's popular for kids, so let's make a pet detective episode. No, this predates it, so. This is kind of like a sleuthing detective noir episode, which is really cool for this show. I wasn't expecting it. It's been a while since I've seen these. I watched them maybe like 5-6 years ago. I remember little bits and pieces as I've been going back, but the tone of this one is very different. Like, as I said, it's kind of got that feel to it, but also has like a parody comedic feel to it as well. Almost like The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. It's kind of got that like comedy noir kind of feel. Nowhere near that funny or good or anything, because that's one of my favorite comedies ever. I just think that movie's perfection, honestly. I've seen it a few times now, and it's always just makes me laugh like crazy. But it does kind of have that feel, and I really like that. And the kid finds out that his next door neighbor is a werewolf, and of course, his mom starts dating the guy who they think is the werewolf, and then when they go to investigate, because he's not changing into a werewolf on the full moon, they go to his house to investigate, and when they get there, they find out he has a twin brother. Oh my God. And the twin brother is actually the werewolf. And they're like, we're gonna tell our mom. And she's like, I already know. This chick was hard up for a date if she finds out that her new boyfriend's brother, who he lives with and takes care of, is a werewolf. One thing about this episode that kind of is silly to me is that they treat the werewolf thing like it's permanent, even though we see him change in this episode. So the kid's like, all right, like I got a new dog, because he always wanted a new dog, and he gets a new dog, and the dog's like playing with him and running and catching sticks and coming back and whatnot at the very end of this. And he's like, they got a new family and I got a new dog. And it's like, he's only gonna be like that one night every month for like 12 hours, right? Like the rest of the time he's going to be a grown ass man. And I hope he's not playing with you after hours, because that's damn creepy. And I like how the dog whistle, I've never thought about that before. Would a dog whistle work on a werewolf? Would it hurt their ears? That's an interesting little spin on things. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I'm sure it's been in other ones, but off the top of my head, I saw that and I was like, hey, I wonder. I mean, they are part dog. So would that, like if you blew it hard enough or big enough one, whatever, would it hurt their ears? That's an interesting thought. So I like that, a little spin on the werewolf genre I don't think I've seen. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, let's move on.